guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be planning the week of September 1st to the 7th, 2025 in my memory planner, and honestly I don't remember the kit. Let me see. It is the July 2024 Fall Farm Cafe kit from Scribble, and yeah. And I do apologize that I've been away from YouTube for a while and I just needed a mental break because there was a lot of things that were happening and I felt like I wasn't doing myself justice. Like, I was at this company. If you uh, don't know, I joined this company in April of 2025. So not even like 6 months later, I just felt like burnt out in a way. So I just put aside YouTube for the time being until and also I just wasn't. I felt like I wasn't in the right mind space as well because I felt like I just checked out from everything, and ever since my doggy passed, I just felt like very sad, and I just been lying to myself essentially. So, yeah, I thought like talking to my therapist, but I felt like I wasn't even telling the truth to my therapist in a way. So, yeah, I just been working on myself, and yeah, I just felt like I was just talking blah 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 so much, and not really analyzing what I'm saying and my actions, and yeah, and the consequences of it. So yeah. Anyway, I started this job, in 2025 and March 2026, my last month. Not even a year. But yeah, it's like been a week and a half so far. So of being let go, and it's like an eye-opening situation because obviously this is my, you could say this is my second full-time job. Yeah, it is technically my second full-time job, and I thought like the corporate world really sucks in a way, but you just have to either make it and break it, or um oh my goodness, I forgot the phrase, but anyway, it's been a crazy time, and I just felt like I tried to advocate for myself, but they weren't hearing it. They didn't care. They didn't give a shit. So sorry. It's I just I despise them, like the team that I was on, because it just felt very clicky and it felt like very high school, like in a professional setting. It just felt very high school, and I wasn't about that, and I just couldn't be myself. Like, um, I just couldn't be like who I wanted to be and how I wanted to grow in this company, especially because of the team that I was on. And I don't remember like what I said last year. It's been a while, so yeah, it's crazy. But pretty much I was in a team that was mainly Mandarin speaking, and I am Cantonese speaking, which is a totally different dialect. And I could learn the language, but I just chose not to because I was in an American company, so it was not necessary for me to learn another language to understand what my team was saying within me, within the group, if that makes sense. And I thought that like taking a step back and not having to deal with too much of the language barrier that I was feeling, um, like that would make it feel better. But no, they ended up winning, so it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, it's been a crazy time, but at least I feel like I don't need to live in dread. And I'll be very honest, like there was days even after like I stopped recording YouTube videos, um, there were days that I cried like after work because I just did not like this team. The team, like everyone works differently, and for me it's like the work environment that also plays in a factor. And everywhere around me I just felt resentment, and it was just not a great time. So anyway, moving on, I will go into the day by day because I don't know, it's just been a while, so maybe I'll talk more into the next video. But pretty much on Monday, September 1st, I designed, and then because it was Labor Day, I didn't really have much to do. And also, I've decided to take driving seriously at the tail end of 2025, because 6 months later, or like technically not even 6 months later, 4 months later, my learner's permit was expiring because it expired on my birthday of 2020, my birthday, 2026. So yeah, it just expired uh, just recently, so I did have to renew it, which was like, oh my goodness. But they kind of, DMV, I hate them. They screwed me over, but we got it all sorted out. And now I am back to driving, like, obviously trying to get my license. Anyway, so pretty much on Labor Day, I went to Floyd Bennett Field. My dad drove here, and then I just drove around the field because that was like, I think the first few times that I was actually driving. Like, I wasn't like confident enough going out into the streets, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Anyway, on to Tuesday, I worked on work stuff and I printed planners. Well, since oh my goodness, was I home? I honestly don't remember. I don't think so. I was at work, but I was working on work papers, like rolling them forward and blah blah blah, doing all the good stuff. But I think in the morning I printed planners, or maybe after work I did. Honestly, these things are out of order, and I don't really care at this point. So yeah, it was also my shop payday, so I had nothing to mark, so that was what I was marking. And then on Wednesday I marked off day off. Um, oh, it was really, that's the funny thing. So this week I had to go to work on Tuesday, but I don't know. I could have just taken the whole week off, but I was like, yeah, I'll get my $25 lunch. See, that was the thing about work. We get $25 for the week for lunch, and I was like, I don't know. They're trying to buy us some compassion with coming into the office. Well, also, now that I left, they are requiring people to come into office 3 days a week now, as opposed to 2 days. So that starts May 1st, I believe. So anyway, I don't really care about that. It's not my problem anymore. So yeah. Anyway, on the third, because it was my parents' 30th anniversary, so I ended up just taking the day off. I was like, oh, I could have just taken Tuesday off, but because of the $25, I just ended up using it for the full day, for the whole day, or my goodness, for the week, if that makes sense. So then I printed planners, I dropped off packages, celebrated my parents' anniversary at Outback Steakhouse, and then I went to go visit my old coworkers. And on to Thursday, I totally forgot to make a script for a day off because it was also, I took that day off too. And also, this company that I was at, they don't pay out PTO or vacation time you accrued. Like, I worked those hours and they don't pay it out, which is insane to think about. But that is one thing that I have to make sure when I'm reading like a future job. Like, if I get an offer, like, will they be paying out vacation? Because that is the time I earned by working. So to not be paid out after leaving, that's, I don't know, it's crazy. But this is like the one company that I was like, oh, that is insane. So anyway, I marked down that I actually got kind of like a sniffly nose, but it wasn't much, so I still went out. But yeah, like, I feel like that was like after something happened. Anyway, so I printed planners, and then I went to have lunch with my coworker, and also dessert. Then we walked to Marshall's. So yeah, uh, and then moving on to Friday, I was marked down. I was sick. That, I think Friday was the day that my dad was like, "Oh, I don't really feel that good," but then I was like questioning it. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. I worked on work stuff, and I got a package from Scribble Co., which was my mystery kit, and then I packed orders. Then Saturday, I packed orders and dropped off packages. I was printing and cutting stickers, and then because I believe the pre-orders for, or the, oh my goodness, was it the 5th? I believe it was September 5th when the Sterling Ink Common planners came out. So yeah, the complete planner sold out immediately, within the hour, I believe. So I totally missed out on it. So yeah, I just ended up pre-ordering it, but I pre-ordered the A5 in, oh my goodness, I forgot the color name, but it was a gray one, and I ended up just selling that one because I did not use it, because I ended up buying it from someone in the buy sell trade group. So yeah, it was just like I didn't have to purchase it, but oh well. And I couldn't cancel the order because it was a pre-order. Anyway, I marked down that I was sick as well, and then on Sunday, sick as well. And I designed, packed orders, cleaned my room, and then I watched NCIS, Tony and Ziva, but for some reason I by accidentally typed Yoni and Ziva, so I had to fix that. And then I watched the MTV VMAs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!